going on, Pass Nation, NFL Nation? I hope you guys are having a great day. And today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the time when I went to go see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to take on the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium, Week 17. Let's get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. Let's go. Starting off, I actually managed to get close to the field as possible as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take the field to warm up against the New York Jets. I never thought I'd be this close. There's Tom Brady. Also got a clip shot of Mike Evans warming up. This was his first game back from the COVID list as well. And right here, we got Tom Brady throwing a touchdown pass to Cameron Brate. I sat up in the 300 section, so it was pretty high, but I tried to get as much of a good view as possible. Later on in the game, I moved down to get closer to the field a little bit. Not too close, but close enough to get a better shot. As the Tampa Bay Buccaneers score a touchdown right there. And this was crazy. This was after the Cyril Grayson touchdown to secure the lead. Tom Brady goes for two, hands it right off to Le'Veon Bell, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, which secured the victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Also, this dot to Rob Gronkowski was awesome too, by the way. I have to throw that clip in there. Of course, I got to get a few shots of the GOAT, Tom Brady, and also the cameraman, in case. And this is where I sat earlier in the game. Like I said, I was in the 300 section, so it was pretty high up, but I tried to get as much as a better view as possible. And speaking on that, I actually sat onto the side where Antonio Brown walked off the field later in the third quarter, and also the same end zone where Cyril Grayson took the lead and scored a touchdown against the New York Jets.
Catch made to the end zone. Cyril Grayson. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
They had done such a good job in the beginning of this drive of forcing Tom Brady to take everything.
It was a crazy game. We definitely had their backs against the wall, but it was a last-second, 20-second touchdown in the fourth quarter, which secured the lead and the victory. But I managed to sneak onto the football field after the Buccaneers secured the win. I never thought in my entire life I would ever step on an NFL field, and honestly, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And also here, we were heading back home, and we were driving right next to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team buses as they were heading back to the Newark airport, which was awesome.
Oh my god.
I never thought I would ever envision this in my life right here.
Oh my god.
Just the whole day in general, how that day was just planned out. Like, I never would have envisioned I would be just close to the field as possible to get those clear shots that I had earlier in the game, but then also after the game going onto the football field, to the NFL field, and it's just something you don't envision or just do every single day. So for that experience to have, it was probably one of the best experiences in my entire life. I've always dreamed to step on an NFL field, and I finally had that moment. But it was just that was like the cherry on top, as well as Tom Brady throwing a touchdown pass to Cyril Grayson, literally 20 seconds in the fourth quarter. It was a last second play to secure the win. And like I said, that whole game we had our backs against the wall. I didn't expect the way Jets to play at all. They played actually pretty well than I really thought. But it was a very intense game, which honestly made the experience a lot more fun for me. I got to see a Tom Brady comeback in person. And, it was a cherry on top, too, heading home. But it was just crazy. We were seeing police lights, a bunch of police lights. And I was looking like, man, what the hell's going on? But then I see, 6-7 big coach buses. I'm like, man, this has got to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' bus, their team bus. They were heading back to Newark Airport to head back home. And what do you know? Like you guys saw in that clip, it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers literally driving right next to me. It was insane. Like I said, just how everything planned out and how everything just happened all at once it was just crazy to me. And I never thought I'd ever have that experience, and it's a true blessing. It really is. Because looking at the schedules, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, they will not be back in MetLife Stadium anytime soon. Not for at least 4 or 5 years, because how the NFL scheduling, it's all different. And the Jets are not going to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers anytime soon, as well as the New York Giants. So it was a most definitely one of the most special experiences I've ever had, and I had to be there. So it was just crazy, and also to say that that might be Antonio Brown's last game. So you know, but the overall that whole experience was probably one of the best experiences of my entire life. You know, I wish I could have that day back again. Well, guys, onto a brand new topic. We're going to be talking about the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills Saturday, 8:15 p.m. for the first round in the playoffs for the Wildcard matchup. This is going to be the third time we face the Buffalo Bills this season. Right now, we're 1-1, and this game's going to answer all of our questions, and I hope the best for the Pats Nation, obviously because I'm a Pats fan. But I'm going to break it down to you guys, and let's jump right into this. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go. Starting off in our first matchup with the Buffalo Bills, 14-10, the Patriots took the victory, with Damian Harris carrying the team with 10 carries, 111 yards, and a touchdown, as well as his partner, Ramondre Stevenson, with 24 carries, 78 yards. And yes, this was the game that Mac Jones only threw 3 passes, who completed 2 out of the 3, and with 19 yards. But somehow we still came out with the victory. It was a snowy day up in Buffalo, and that's the way the Patriots play. We love to play in the cold. But since that bye week after that Buffalo game, we lost 2 games straight to the Indianapolis Colts and also the Buffalo Bills again, which I'm going to talk about that second matchup in a little bit. But we also came back and defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 53-10, but we just lost to the Miami Dolphins, who is not even going to be in the playoffs, and we are. So we got a lot to work on as of now, especially this week. It's playoff season. This is our first time back in the playoffs ever since Tom Brady left the New England Patriots. So, they're not going to put a lot of pressure on Mac Jones, of course, but I know he's going to be ready. Defense is going to be ready. Everybody's got to be on board, and especially our 2 backs right now, and especially Brandon Bolden, too. We got Brandon Bolden in the backfield as well. 3 big backs we need for the playoffs especially, so they all need to be ready to go, be healthy, which I think that will be no issue. And we got a good receiver core too, and especially the tight ends now. We got Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, so the pressure's not going to be all on Mac, so there's going to be a lot of guys doing their job as well. In the second matchup coming around, Mac Jones threw for 1432, 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, which were both caught by Micah Hyde. Josh Allen threw for 30 for 47, 314 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Damian Harris carried 18 carries, 103 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was just a hard game for us, of course, especially on our home field. And honestly, I kind of expected to go this way, especially after we lost to the Indianapolis Colts. So we were kind of shaken up still, but we're still trying to find a groove. But no matter what, we're still in the playoffs. But now we get to play the Buffalo Bills third time coming around. And that's the third time coming around. We play the Buffalo Bills Saturday, 8:15 p.m. at Buffalo again. And this is how I think this game should go for us Patriots fans. We got a lot of great players that are playing for our team right now. We have a lot of great weapons, both sides of the ball, offense, defense, even special teams as well. I think we should be playing football the way we've been playing football when we were winning those 7 games in a row back in early in the regular season. Give time to Mac to throw the ball, but don't put everything on Mac's shoulders. But in the same time, he's the quarterback. He's our leader. He's going to be leading us to the playoffs and hopefully to a Super Bowl. So, he's going to have some fair share, but everybody else is going to have to do their part like we've been doing. Running backs running the ball, staying healthy. And we have a really good receiver core. I really love our receiver core, our tight ends. That was a big struggle we had last season. We had no tight ends to throw to. And that was a struggle for Cam Newton. But now we're on a new season, new year. A lot of new players coming into our program, and they are doing phenomenal. Although the last 3 games have been rough, except the Jacksonville game the week before. But, it's playoff season now, and it's go big or go home. And I think we just got to play normal Patriot ball. We have to be smart with the football. And the defense is going to have to come up with big plays. The front line, D-line, linebackers are really going to have to bring the pressure like we've been doing early in the regular season. We haven't been bringing a lot of pressure the last few games and always relying on our secondaries. And we got to give our secondaries a break and just come up big and make big plays, or even disrupt the plays so other guys can do their job. And I think that's the way we can beat the Buffalo Bills. We cannot let Josh Allen scramble. Singletary run the ball. Tight end's got to be covered. And we should be fine. We should be fine. It's going to be a tough one, but it's going to be a good one, and I can't wait to go over it. Just getting Mac Jones, it was just the right decision. It made so much sense. He came off a national championship win from Alabama. Alabama's built on winning and winning football games and winning championships, and that's what the New England Patriots is all about. We want to win football games, and we want to win championships, and that's the reputation we try to keep and hold as long as possible. And I think Mac's the perfect guy. You know, he's a rookie, and we don't want to put too much on his shoulders, but I think this guy can steer us in the right direction without putting all the pressure on him. You know, this is a team sport, TEAM, you know, so everybody's got to do their job, and Max sure as hell going to do his job, and so far I think he's doing a pretty good job this season. And J.C. Jackson, who's the third-ranked cornerback in the NFL right now, is just no surprise to me. You know, this guy doesn't have to be flashy. This guy doesn't have to show off on social media. You know, he let his plays do the talking. You know, his statistics do the talking with 8 interceptions in this season and 24 interceptions as a career for the last 4 seasons he's been in the NFL for. And this guy, you know, you throw in this guy's way, you know, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem for opposing teams if you throw the ball into this guy's direction. He knows how to break off the ball, and he also knows damn well how to pick off a ball as well. We got Jalen Ramsey, who's on the COVID list right now, so he won't be playing tomorrow's game. But, you know, he has some on and off games this year. But, you know, I highly respect him as a player. You know, very respected from the Eagles, which we took him in the offseason. And, you know, he's done work for us too. You know, I'm very happy to have the Green Goblin in the New England Patriots because he did defeat us, unfortunately, against us back when we played the Philadelphia Eagles back in the Super Bowl. And this guy was a good piece. He was definitely a good pickup to have in the offseason. And just the Patriots alone, man. The Patriots alone, they improved a lot. And I think, and I don't want to bash on Cam Newton, but I think there was no way Cam Newton was taking this team to the playoffs. Absolutely no way. We have a lot of great people on the offensive line with David Andrews, who's a veteran, Trent Brown, he's fucking phenomenal. Big guy, too. Really big guy. And Jacoby Myers, very underrated receiver, but he makes the biggest catches in the biggest moments, and that's the reason why I like Jacoby Myers a lot. Like I said already, it's going to be a big challenge for the New England Patriots once again. And, you know, it shouldn't be easy because it's the playoffs, so, you know, every team's going to give it all. It's going to be very intense, but I think we can pull this off. I really do. You know, we just got to go back to our old roots, you know. Just be ourselves, be smart with the football. And, you know, I've always said, you know, in the regular season, I guess people like to show off and be flashy, try to, you know, be swaggy or whatever they want to be in the regular season to make themselves look good on the highlights. But, you know, to me, in the playoffs, it's very important to not act that way. And I say that in the reason why is just playoffs, you know, anything can happen, you know, and it takes one little critical mistake just to end your season. You know, it's go big or go home. You know, everything matters. You know, regular season games matter too. You know, they matter until when you get up to the playoffs, and once it's playoff season, man, it's a whole different animal. And I think that's when us Patriots and Belichick knows, especially, we have to be, you know, we have to be alert. We have to be very critical on the decisions we make, do our job, which is the most important, and just be smart with the football. Both sides of the ball too, you know, especially on defense too. Gang tackle, try to strip the ball, try to get create turnovers as quick as possible, and just, you know, build up on that, and that way we get momentum on our side, and then hopefully do well. You know, that's what playoff football is all about, and I think we have the potential to do it. But the Buffalo Bills have the potential as well. You know, they're a very high team. We're coming into this game as underdogs, but you know what? That's okay. You know, that's okay. You know, my opinion, I'm a Patriots fan, and that's never gonna change. And I'm always gonna go for my Patriots. You know, and I really think it makes sense. You know, we got to be very smart with the football. Defense, front line, the D lines, they're gonna have to make plays, man. They're gonna have to make big plays, create a lot of pressure, get in the quarterback's face, blow up the running back. You know, get like I said, we cannot always rely on the secondaries every single play. We have to step up and make plays, and we've done that in the season. We've done it before, and I know we can do it now, and so on. I know we can, you know. And we got Christian Barmore, who's injured with a right ankle injury. We're not 100% sure if he's going to be returning to tomorrow's matchup or not. So if we do lose him, it's gonna be a problem. Although we got Jamie Collins, we got Matt Judon, you know, we got fly guys. So we got guys that can make the play. We got guys that can make plays, but you know, we need them now at most. And linebackers to stay contained, you know, blitz whenever they need to blitz, stay in the zone, stay in coverage. You know, we got to get turnovers. Fast turnovers too, you know. The faster the better. We get the ball in our hands. Be smart with the football in our hands on offense. Try to score, you know. Make necessary throws, you know. Make necessary throws. Make necessary decisions because, like I said, every decision, every play, it takes one play for the game to be over. You know, it really does. And we've always had our backs against the wall in many occasions, way before Mac Jones and with Brady too, you know. We've been in situations like these before, and we just gotta play smart Patriot football. You know, that's what separates us as Patriots from all the other teams in the NFL right now. And a lot of like today with social media and just the generation we live in today it's all about, you know, trying to look good and feel good, get pictures, make ourselves look good on video, and that's cool and all, you know. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cool by any means, but you know, Belichick always stuck up with his old roots, you know, playing old traditional football, and honestly, it's worked many times. You know, the last few games we played, well, before that we played Jacksonville, and last week we just lost to the Miami Dolphins, which they fired the head coach, by the way, which I'm still shocked about that. But it's just, to me, like, with the Dolphins game, that should have been won. Like, we shot ourselves in the foot pretty bad, like making mistakes like that. We had a lot of mistakes in that game. Jones didn't have great throws that game either. You know, it was very embarrassing to watch, to lose. You know, especially to a team that's not even going to be in the playoffs, and we are. And I know Belichick knows that as well, and he's let players know we gotta play better. We gotta be smart. We cannot make mistakes. We cannot make mistakes. You know, we did a lot to get to where we are today in the playoffs, but you know, we can't get our foot off the gas now. We cannot. But the week before we played the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think we had too much fun, and you know that we can't have that mindset we're gonna blow a team out, because you know there's a lot of teams that came to the playoffs and they're there for a reason. So you know, we have to be sharp. We got to be ready at all times and fire out at all syllables. So it's you know, it's gonna be a tough one. Saturday's gonna be a tough one, but you know, I'm gonna have faith in my Patriots, and defense is gonna be a big defensive game. We have to stop Josh Allen, Singletary, you know, cover up on Beasley, Stephon Diggs. We got to make plays. You know, we got to lock up, and our offense, you know, we're gonna have to block better, especially for the running backs, because we're gonna have to be more heavy rely on the running backs and tight ends too. You know, we're gonna throw the ball to the tight ends more. I feel this game, you know, doesn't got to be a big game, but it's gonna be a stretch for us enough to be keeping the ball going forward. So you know, I think that's what's important: how we move the ball, when to move the ball. You know, that's what's important, especially in the playoffs, in my opinion. And I think we have our opportunities tomorrow, and I think we have the skills, we have the players, we have the heart, and it's just, and the coaches too. You know, with Belichick and all these coaches right now, we have a great coaching staff with a lot of coaching experiences throughout the years, who's been through the good moments and bad moments with us, and you know we know what we're doing, and I know us Patriots fans are pretty excited. I'm excited for tomorrow, and you know, it's going to be a nail-biting game, but I think hopefully in the end of that game, you know, it's going to be somewhat of relief, but we got to get locked in right back afterwards. But only time will tell. Only time will tell, and I think we have the potential. We really do. Like I said, and I say it again, we just got to be smart with the football. Both sides of the ball. Hopefully we can score fast, and hopefully we can create turnovers. All of our answers will be answered tomorrow when the New England Patriots take on the Buffalo Bills. This time it's going to be a third time coming around at Buffalo in the first round of the playoffs in a wild card matchup. Let me know what you guys think down below, your final score predictions, or your final predictions going to be, or what the outcome's going to be. I'm curious what you guys think. And also, Pass Nation, we stay on top, so let's fucking go, man. And also, make sure you guys like and subscribe and share this video, and also turn on the notifications too while at it for more lit content I'm going to be dropping soon. I hope you guys have a great weekend and a great rest of the weekend, and Pass Nation, let's go.